everyone, and welcome to an evening of Dungeons and Dragons.
I love you, Bree.
We're back with the second season of Andor. With a couple of new changes. But thank you for joining us here on Roll Together RP. Do you want to share with the class, Andor? No? Okay. So thank you for joining us for Roll Together RPG for some more Andor adventures. My name is Breeedo, and I am she, they, and I am going to be the Dungeon Master for tonight. For those that don't really know about D&D or have never seen a live play before, it's basically where you get a group of players around a table, and a Dungeon Master, myself, guides those characters and those people through the story that I give them. As a DM, I focus more on the roleplay aspect of things, developing characters, those arcs that people come back to see and all that great stuff. And each player will have a set of dice, one of them being the infamous D20 that basically describes and ebbs and flows the story, and it makes choices for them sometimes. So it's always a fun time around the table. So at this point of the intro, we are going to let the players introduce themselves. You may see familiar faces, you may see a new face, but let's go around the table, say who you are, your pronouns, who you're playing, and where people can find you. Let's go ahead and start with Noir.
Hey, that's me. Hi, everybody. I'm Noir. I use he, him pronouns. And I will not be playing Vala this time around. I'm playing a new character named Drestelmace, and they use they, them pronouns.
Where can
First time trying to get out, so I'm gonna keep myself in check because my stupid brain does he first like an idiot.
Where can people find you, Noir?
You can find me all over the internet. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok as the Noir Enigma. Was there another question that I missed?
I think that was it.
Yeah, that's it. Check my pinned Twitter post, and that'll have everywhere I am.
He's doing
if I remember to update it.
He's doing so much in the TTRPG community. So yeah, like he said, go to his Twitter, follow him, and check out his pinned tweet. Next, we have Tenny.
And next, hi, I'm Tenny. I will be playing Revna. She's coming back for this season. She goes by she, her pronouns, and so do I. And you can find me at It's Tenny with 2 Y's at the end of it on Twitter or Twitch.
Cool. And next we have, let's save the white man for last. Rox!
Hi everybody, my name is Rox. And tonight I'll be playing Oswin, or today I'll be playing Oswin. Both of our pronouns are he, him, and you can find me on Twitch and TikTok and Twitter at Rox the Wizard.
All right, Andor, your turn.
Hi, I'm Anorian. I'm white. Hence why I'm here last. Anyways, I am Anorian. You can find me at twitter.com/AnorianGD, as in Game Dad. You can find me at twitch.tv/Anorian. I mostly do solo streaming, gaming, and things like that, but I do TTRPG streams as I can, since I love him so much. I'm going to be playing Jean. I use he, him pronouns. Jean also uses he, him pronouns, and I know how words work, so I'm going to...
No, gender is absolutely programming.
It's program, right.
It's understandable.
Got to download the software update.
And last but certainly not least, we have a new cast member with us, and they are going to be joining us for the entire season. And I'm so excited because I finally get to play with them. And we're going to let Sam take it away.
As indicated, I am Sam Delev, a role-playing performer and variety streamer from throughout the Twitchernet. You might know me from some stuff I did on Geek and Sundry. I am now an alien in space on Clear Skies for Q Times. They let me have my own ship, and that was their first mistake. You can find me as an alien on Earth on Power Play, the superhero game that I play, and a bunch of personal streaming with Just Chatting, video gaming, and science communication that I do on my own stream at twitch.tv/Delevely, DELEVELY. My pronouns are they, them. I am they. And so are they. And by they, I mean my character, Selfie. Ever noticed that there are so many neutral pronouns in horror movies? Them. They're coming.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
Us.
Literally, yep. I mean, we are the danger, so it's fine. We are the danger. But before we kick off, now that we have met our lovely cast, before we kick off, the stream will run about 3 hours, maybe less. It depends on how quick we go. But in the middle of it, there will be about a 10-minute break for you to take bio breaks, stretch, reset, do all that great stuff. And let's talk about our sponsors. We are so excited to be sponsored by Hero Forge, and you can see all of the players' minis on this lovely overlay that we have made. You can go on YouTube to find Making the Mini, where I basically sat down with each of the players, and all of us went through the detailing of their characters and how they pictured them. It was a fun time with each and every one of them. And Hero Forge is basically a customization. Is that a word? Thank you. Customization website for TTRPG where you can make any and all D&D characters there. They have so many options. And not too long ago, they just introduced color on there in their 2.0 version of the website. And it's so great. It's constantly expanding as far as like catalog and the options that are on there. So please go check it out. They also just put in there an accessibility what's the word? Section of it where they have wheelchairs now. They also have prosthetics. They also have robotic arms too. It's so cool. So yeah, they're doing great things over at Hero Forge. So a huge thank you to them. We're also delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro, where you can get folios for your characters and also dice bags. They are kind of the lead manufacturer when it comes to gaming and collectibles and accessories. So join us in Twitch chat today for a gift voucher, or just say something and you'll be entered into a giveaway for a random draw, and these can be given all over the world. So head over to ultrapro.com. And we're also sponsored by Elderwood Academy, who is a premium gaming themed gear. This one always trips me up. And they are including hex chest dice boxes. So they have dice boxes, and they also have rolling trays. They have towers as well. And you can get 10% off of Elderwood Academy stuff with the code in all caps roll-together at checkout. So you can find more about that at elderwoodacademy.com. And finally, we are also supported and sponsored by D&D Beyond. They are a digital guide to D&D. You can put your characters in there. There are all the manuals that come with the D&D 5e world, and you can also make campaigns as well. And we're also sponsored by Level Up Dice. So many people love us. Level Up Dice, there is a link in our chat for Table Shakers Range, so please catch that. There's so many sponsors. And then we are also sponsored by Idle Champions and Warriors of Water Deep. You can find codes at Command Idle Champions and also Command Warriors of Water Deep in the Twitch chat for download links. And for Idle Champions, you can go directly into the game, and or you can type command code into the Twitch chat for a golden chest. And for the Warriors of Water Deep, you can type command WOW in all caps gems into the Twitch chat for a link, which you will need a mobile device for this, and also The game is free to download. And a massive thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. You can find the link in the chat as well. And they help make our shows possible. So thank you so much. And if you're not into the Twitch thing, you can hear our lovely voices on all podcast streaming services. I have been listening to the podcast from the first season, and I gotta tell you, we're fucking funny. It's so like... It's so funny, like just listening to the podcast. It's a really enjoyable experience, and Roll Together put a lot of immersion into it. So if watching is not your thing, you can also listen. And finally, we play with a diverse group of players, playing a diverse group of characters. And that means that our table is trans inclusive. So whenever misgendering happens, all we ask is that if we have missed something or if we have misgendered anyone, please send us a correction so that we can make it right. And we try to avoid misgendering as much as possible. So with that being said, let's go into Andor, Season 2. So, the last time we checked, a lot happened. And I mean, like, a lot happened in that last episode. It went from jumping time realms to missing little girls, missing children, to facing Val Raven. I think you all jumped time realms probably 2 or 3 times. But at the end of that long, horrendous battle with Val Raven, Calliope stepped in and she basically eradicated all of the darkness that happened and that Val Raven put throughout the lands of Andor. And before you could really process what was happening, she was gone and so was Val Raven. And then you all woke up in the tavern that you started at. For some, it's newer than others. And you all see each other. You all remember what happened that night, but up to a certain point. In fact, you only remember running into Andor that was engulfed in an inferno. Jean, Aura, and Oswin, the familiarity that coaxes you when you see each other kind of brings this wave of relief over you. However, you notice that Vala is no longer there. And in fact, that angel being is sort of a figment of your imagination at this point. Was he real? Was he not? Who knows? So, as you all kind of take each other in, you also see that Lottie is still there. Now, Lottie, she joined a little bit later in the adventure in the last season. While on the Isle of Raven, she was your gateway out of there. She is a soldier of Agnar, a pirate of Agnar that was sent on a rescue mission for Jean and his father. And she ended up finding you all and taking you back to Andor. So she doesn't hesitate when she sees all of you. And I think the one that's closest to her, Revna, you're still sitting at the bar like you were in the beginning. Oswin, you're just, you find yourself walking in the door like you did in the beginning. Jean, you're over in the corner, kind of away from everyone else. And Lottie walks right up to Revna. What is going on?
I don't know. We were facing Valravan and then we were here. And
Did we make that up?
I'm the wrong person to ask. Are they close to me? Jean?
Mhm.
Okay.
Actually, no. Jean is kind of across the room. Oswin is just now walking in, so he's probably like 15 feet away from you now. So, yeah. Go ahead.
No, you could.
Oh, I was going to say, out of the corner of your eye, you suddenly remember that you had seen Magnus sitting at the bar next to you. And the two of you look over and you see him, and he's drinking something. And you can tell that he knows that the two of you are looking at him, but he keeps his eyes down. He almost has the same look of shock that you feel. But he looks the same.
Okay.
Like good old Magnus.
Yeah. Revna would go over to Magnus with Lottie if she wanted to go with.
Mm-hmm.
Magnus, what happened? You were gone. You were in a different realm. We saw you there. You were dead.
Trust me, I know. He takes another sip. I don't know what's happening. I really don't. And he looks up, and he and Lottie kind of lock eyes. And there's something there, but you can't really tell what it is. Maybe it's the past. Maybe it's something that's happened between them. But you almost actually make a history check really quick for me to see if you can remember something.
13.
Okay. So you kind of remember how Lottie reacted when you said the name Magnus. There's a history between them. And you don't know exactly what it is, but you pick up that maybe they're having flashbacks, maybe they're reliving it. Who knows?
Okay. Do you know what happened to Calliope?
No.
Did you see what happened when we were there? Was that real? Did we imagine that?
The last I remember of Calliope was when we were on the Ingvar before Cal took her. That's all I remember.
Just as a refresher for me and maybe everybody, when it came to Cal, how did that go down? Because I remember he died, and I remember he was on the wrong side. But like, was he like the orchestrator of that? Was that the thing?
Yeah. So basically, it was kind of revealed that Valravan had been using him as a vessel and to kind of spy on the Ingvar and keep watch over Calliope and Magnus, because he was going to use Calliope as a sacrifice, because basically like the old myths of Valravan says, if you sacrifice a child, it's in his favor and he gains strength from it. So that's what Cal was trying to achieve. But
okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we know for sure that he was tricking Magnus the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't, okay, cool.
Right. Yeah. You at least remember that. Yeah. I think we need to get out of here.
That's probably a good idea. You know where Vala is? She'll kind of look around the room. Just
that was the angel, right?
Right.
No. He kind of pushes his drink away. Listen, we need to act as normal as possible. Because anything that throws off the fabric of time could possibly be negative later. So let's just gather ourselves and let's talk about this somewhere else.
Okay. She would get up and maybe follow them to the others. Or...
Okay. So Oswin, you are walking in and it is raining outside like it was, and like how you remember. And as soon as you walk in, you see Revna, because amongst all of this kind of darkness, you recognize her light blue skin tone and you're like, that's Revna. And so you go in and you immediately walk up to her.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? You look. She's gonna put a hand on his shoulder. You look.
How
okay.
do you look, Oswin?
He actually...
You've changed.
He actually looks just very chill. He looks normal. Like he's concerned about what's happened, but it's not eating him up. So he just looks like he's just walking into the bar, just another day.
Which is weird. Okay. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. A lot's happened, but nothing to really fret over, I guess. How are you?
I think we just need to get out of here. We need to get Jean and regroup, figure out what the hell just happened, and find Calliope if we can.
Regroup for what, though? Nothing's happening. Everybody's okay. A few people are gone, but what can we do about it?
I don't think I can believe that this is just a reset. We're being a time loop, whatever this might be. I have no idea what's going on, but we need to get out of this place. This is a lot of things have happened in this right here. Do we see Hergen Blurgen man?
Hergen Blurgenschberg? Yeah, he's in the middle.
Oh.
He's in the middle.
Okay.
He's with his friends, and they're singing sea shanties right now.
I'm sorry, can I get that name one more time?
Hergen Blurgenschberg.
Hergen
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, precisely.
Yes,
Cool.
correct.
Okay, yeah. Great. Okay. Yeah, Revna would just like, it's time to get out of here for more reasons than one. We don't need. She hates that song. She hates.
And then, as you say that, you just hear another hide it, and then they're on like 100 right now. They made it to 100. So yeah.
Yeah, it's time to go.
Where are we going?
Let's go. We see Jean.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. Let's go see Jean. Let's go get him and get out of here.
So, Jean, you are sitting over there, and the last most recognizable memory that you have is you almost attacking Calliope, and not necessarily the act, but the feeling. And it's there. It's actually kind of surprising to you because you thought that it was gone. But it's just this low rumble of burning that you remember feeling. And that hunger is starting to rise until you see your friends, and it kind of snaps you out of it a little bit. Could you make a wisdom saving throw?
Oh shoot!
It was a good shoot.
I was like,
no. Nat 20 plus 5, so 25. First time
What
I
is
rolled this
blood?
dice too.
what is blood?
Maybe
What
don't
is
hurt
it?
me.
What is blood? Okay, so you sitting there big chilling then. You're like, man, I'll ignore it. It'll go away. So you all go over to Jean, and Oswin and Revna, you're still kind of not on the fence, but you're still hesitant about Jean considering what happened. And granted, there was like a huge battle that happened between him almost killing the child and now, but you still remember. And you still remember the look on Calliope's face when it was happening, Revna, because you were the one that pulled him away. So you walk up to Jean.
I think with Revna's like past with her vampire friend, she might approach this.
Mhm.
Yeah, she'll approach him like normal.
Okay.
Jean, how are you feeling? Are you together?
Yeah, no, I'm under control. I'm good. Trying to, I don't know, figure out what the hell is going on. But good. I'm fine. I'm good.
What's the last thing you both remember?
Into this bar.
The boat trip.
Just to clarify, to make sure, because my brain is just there today.
You're good.
Revna remembers
Mm-hmm.
the fight. Okay, okay, just making sure.
You're good.
Okay. Neither of you remember. Oswin, you remember the fight.
It's just a little foggy, but I remember it.
Same. Some details are off. I know it happened, but
And as you all are talking, Magnus kind of walks up and he's like, what happened? And Jean, you've never seen this man before, but you kind of see Calliope in him, like they look similar.
Mm-hmm.
And it just clicks for you that it's her dad, the man that she's been looking for. What happened?
We fought Valravan, and Calliope
Sacrificed herself.
Are you sure she's
She's
gone?
not here with us. So
What happened on the boat?
On the boat?
Osmond just awkwardly looks away. Like, this does not concern me.
And Lottie also does the same thing. She's like, just, I don't know what happened.
I almost attacked her. And I had to be restrained.
She was unconscious. We were trying to help her. Something Valravan did got to her while she was on the ship, and we were all in the room trying to help.
And you didn't harm her at all?
No, they stopped me before I could. Raven Valrevan took some type of control over me. I still don't fully understand it, but they got to me before I could do anything. But somehow he still got to her as well.
I'm assuming you're a vampire.
Half.
Throughout our time with Calliope, Jean has done nothing but protect Calliope fiercely.
It was just the one time.
I find that very hard to believe. You see a darkness that kind of comes into his eyes as he just stares at Jean.
Doesn't matter either way. I wasn't able to keep her safe.
If we find her, you are not allowed to touch her.
What if we never find her?
We will. Is that understood?
Trust me when I say I don't want to.
Good.
Magnus, you don't know what happened while we protected your daughter.
I know enough.
From the 2-minute conversation that you just pieced together.
Revna. Doesn't matter. He's right.
Why don't we focus our energies on trying to find Calliope? We can worry about everyone's honor later.
My thoughts exactly. And he turns around and he starts walking out of the tavern. It's strange because you know Magnus to be well-mannered and very kind and this soft person, but to see him like that throws Oswin and Revna off. Now, Jean, this is your first impression of him. So, and even Lottie, sorry, what'd you say?
Shook in the crow's nest.
Shook in the crow's nest. Lottie kind of looks at Jean apologetically. He's had a very dark past with your kind.
Wouldn't matter. His daughter's gone. And I promise to keep her safe. I'm not going to fault a man for caring.
But you did what you could, Jean, considering that's not to be in vain. At least give yourself that credit.
I'll give myself that credit when we find the girl. And he's going to get up and... Look, here's what I'm curious. Can I... When we got, warped back here before the big final showdown, we were in the pub. Can I look around and see, is there anything I can notice that is so wildly different, either in terms of the people there, maybe something on the wall, anything where I'm like, that sticks out?
Make a perception check for me.
That's a big 4, so...
What the hell is a pub?
Exactly.
What the hell is a pub?
Who drink why?
Exactly.
You see Herginger Blurgenschmerg going off with some sea shanties. That's all you see with his mates. Lottie looks at all of you and she's like, well, let's go before we lose him.
Right.
So, all of you walk out of the pub and you all see Magnus. He waited outside, but as soon as he sees the three of you come out, he immediately starts walking. But as he's walking, he speaks up and he's like, I think I know where we can start as far as finding her. But you all have to understand that this place is worse than the Isle of Raven.
Are we sure we want to go there then?
It's our only choice at this point. I'm going with or without you all.
Fine, let's go.
Last time we followed you to an island, we were deserted.
That is very true.
How can we trust you now, especially after you don't remember what happened? You were dead, Magnus.
Because I wasn't the one that took my child to a sacrificial sanctuary to have her given to the god of death. That was Cal.
It was a conversation that we had. You were on the bench in that whatever realm. Give us something, some sort of detail to know that we can trust you. And then I will go with you.
Let me see if he remembers.
Same. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Let me see if he remembers. How dare the DM not remember things?
No, I'm sorry.
I mean, that's a 4 for Magnus. I remember what happened though, but that's a 4. He's like, I don't remember.
Just for Revna's sake, for character's sake, can I just make an inside check to see if I think that he's being genuine?
Sure.
That's a 4. I'm trying to justify her going.
Who is Magnus? Why is he here?
We'll never know.
You've heard of islands.
What's a bench? What is that? Yeah, he said what he said, and he said what he said.
He said.
So,
Okay.
You all are walking through Andor, and the light that used to be within Andor, the liveliness of it, has been swiped away. Everyone is kind of walking sullenly through Andor, and that mist is hitting your face like the first times that you all went to the docks to get on the Ingvar. It's almost playing on repeat, detail by detail. But everyone's happiness, it seems like everyone's energy is gone. People are doing their regular activities amongst Andor, but not with as much life. Nobody's looking at each other. Everyone's barely speaking to each other. And it's almost quiet, as if they're mourning, or as if everyone is just this collective thought of what just happened. Why has this person been taken away from me? And so you all notice that Magnus is going towards the docks of Andor. And as you all are walking, Jean, can you make another wisdom save for me? You're muted.
I sure am. 13 plus 5, 18.
You holding strong. I'm gonna be, yeah, you're not blood who? Okay. Just checking to see if he's staying on his toes. So, the feeling comes back. And this time it's like in the back of your neck. It was in your chest, but it kind of moved up. And it almost feels like this tickle in the back of your neck. And you take a minute, close your eyes, you center yourself, you take a deep breath, and you keep moving. So, Solvi, the waves of lifelessness rack through your body and behind your eyelids, and you're in this void that you've grown to find comfort in. It's where you go whenever someone has made you angry, someone has made you sad, someone has made you frustrated. It's your solace. And suddenly, out of the darkness, you hear this dull roar as if a creature is coming towards you. And you're used to it. You stand unmoving, and kind of in your mind's eye, you see yourself standing in this void, and you stand unmoving, and your eyes are closed, and you're concentrated. And you're ready, you're prepared, and all of that meditation and concentration and days of working towards finding that center is going into this moment. And the roar gets closer and closer, and you hear, "Ah!" "Oh, hi. I didn't expect to see you here." You open your eyes, and your dream being, Quail, suddenly takes form in front of you. A little child about 7 years old with glowing emerald eyes and deep brown skin. And their hair is dark and curly all over their head, and they're looking up at you. I'm not gonna lie, that meditation kind of sucked for you.
Astute as ever.
You seem kind of sad. Are you okay?
I run my hand over Quail's hair. There's something very wrong. And I need to find out. And it will not be good.
How do you know something's wrong?
Can't you? No, you can't. One can feel it.
And Quail closes their eyes for a second, and they kind of do one of these where they're trying to find it. Oh, there it is. Ow. Okay.
Come away from the feeling. Come back.
Okay. I'm here. Also, you look like you're a little alive. That's not supposed to be a thing.
No. How? Has that ever happened? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
Just...
And Quail gets closer. They kind of jump up into the air, and their body is kind of floating in this void, and they get closer. Yeah. You're starting to become alive. Is that why I've been fading? And you look down, and you see that their body is kind of like this illuminating, just spirit almost. And you see that their feet have kind of dimmed a little bit. Is that why I've been...
No,
I think that's why I've had so much gas lately, because I was like, is it something I ate? Is it something I drank? No.
It could... No, it... I died. That has to be the end of it. We have to be together. The ritual went through. They can't undo a death that was done.
I know
Together.
you're scared, but this is something I've never seen before. I'm gonna have to look further into it. But until then, I'm gonna be here.
Promise?
I promise. And they hold out their pinky. Oh. At the same time, they hold out their pinky and they take yours. So, until then, you should probably wake up because you've been out for a couple days and it's kind of making me worried, you know?
I guess I'll work on that. Being awake and being alive.
Yeah, the outside world is pretty scary. I understand, but you can do it.
Of course I can. I have you. Always.
Aww. I'm not that great.
You say that, so I'll tell you you are. And you're right to do so, I think.
Okay, but if you do, then I'll get these weird feelings on my cheeks that I don't like.
No weird feelings.
Okay.
Sweet dreams.
Oh! There's one more thing that I needed to tell you. This was actually a big deal. I don't understand why I didn't mention it in the beginning. So, the reason why I came to you now is because I think I might kind of know where that weird feeling that you're feeling is coming from, but...
It's not gas, is it?
Let me check. No, it's not gas. But, I'm missing something. And I wanted to tell you before, but I got really scared. My soul's gone. Like, I don't know where it went. I kind of just, you know.
Did you check your other pocket dimensions?
Yeah, I think so. It's gone. There's this place that's not too far from here, and it's been taking a lot from a lot of people.
And do you think it took your soul?
Yeah. But that doesn't mean that it's completely lost, and also, you kind of need to go there in order to keep me around.
Then I have to go there. Because keeping you around is not an option.
But
It's a requirement.
I don't want you to get hurt, though.
What's the worst that can happen? I die?
You become alive again.
That will never happen. We'll get your soul back and you'll get your feet back. We'll get you back on your feet. There, see?
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to find this big ship, and it's on the docks. I keep seeing it in my head.
Good place for a ship.
Yeah. I think it's on the docks of Andor. I think you should go there and you'll find your answer.
And your soul.
And my soul.
Does this mean I get to see what it looks like?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bright, so don't look directly into it. You can kind of look off to the side.
Of course it's bright. It's your soul, Quill.
My cheeks are doing that thing again.
Oh no. I know it feels weird, but I kind of like it.
Well, as long as you like it, then I like it.
If only you said that about my taste in food. Go do your hunting and searching for things and check your pocket dimensions. You might have left it there.
Okay, I'll check again. And be careful. Let me know if you need anything.
I will.
Bye. And they kind of zip back into the darkness until they're nothing. So once that happens, you awaken as yourself in reality. And you feel usually you feel energetic. You feel like, okay, I'm settled in death. Death is a part of me. But you're starting to feel warm, and the coldness that you're used to on the touch of your skin is starting to dissipate. It's concerning, but you find the will to sit up, stand, and you walk into the streets of Andor, out of your sanctuary. Drestel, the sound of clinking.
You gonna make me follow that? A freaking emotion.
The chaotic side of Bree was like, let's throw another kid in the mix.
All right, let's do this.
Drestel, the sound of clanking metal is all around you, and you feel the sweat start to drip on your brow. It's been a long day of melding the perfect longsword is what you've been trying to achieve for weeks, days, months. And the aching in your muscles is something that you've grown accustomed to, but today it's especially tiresome. You put in a few extra hours in order to make this perfect sword, and you're starting to feel it, which is not normal for you because you could do this for hours. Making that perfect sword, seeing the metal shine in light is something that you always look forward to. So this is never gets dull. So what does your perfect sword look like? Describe it to me.
He is trying to make a perfectly well-balanced longsword that has he's already sculpted the pommel. It is sculpted to be the claw of a wolf. And he's already made one that he considers perfect. He's trying to make another one.
Mm-hmm.
The one that he's already made has a fang on the end of it, so he's trying to do fang and claw, but it just doesn't. They just aren't able to get it right. It's either he doesn't want to sacrifice the artistic quality. They don't want to sacrifice the artistic quality of the claw pommel that they made, but they also need it to be perfectly balanced, and they're just not able to get that middle ground right. Mm-hmm. And as they're just banging away, I'm gonna get this. As they're just banging away, as they're banging away at the metal, and the blade has been cooled, and they pull it out, and they do the test of balance, it stays perfectly still for a second, and then it tilts. And that's when all the aching in their muscles starts to kick in, and it's just impossible. This is impossible. I cannot do it. It doesn't. And they're just like ranting to anybody that'll listen.
I can see his ears just kind of. I'm so tired. But can you make a strength roll for me?
Absolutely. And in their blacksmithing area, they do shift, so they are in their full shifted form. So the tail is wagging as they pull the sword out, and as soon as the balance fails, the tail just goes. In the strength check, we got a 22. I rolled a nat 20.
So somewhere in that hairy chest of yours, you find the will to keep going until you make that perfect sword. So, as you start beating the sword again, the blade continues to flatten against the anvil, and it's red hot, and it's glowing and illuminating, and it's kind of lighting up your eyes a little bit. And you can feel it as the beat of your heart starts to go in sync with how you're hammering the sword. And pretty soon everything around you kind of fades away as the metal slowly starts to become perfectly balanced how you want it. And you kind of get the smile on your face. You're like, this is why I do this. This is why I love swords so fucking much. And then suddenly you hear behind you, boo.
Don't do that. Like, and he's going to after yelling, don't do that, he growls and bares fangs and he claws out and just, sorry.
And when you turn around, Asta comes up behind you with a laugh. And this is your friend, the woman that has gotten you through so many rough times in the coalition that you all are a part of, called Warstone. And the both of you go back years, but you've grown a little fond of her in the past few months. She wipes her dark brown forehead with the back of her hand, and you can see that there's smudges of something on her hands. Y'all are blacksmiths. You're gonna get messy. It's gonna be a fun time. So she kind of just does one of these. So I see you almost finished.
I think that I've got something here. It's just, I don't want to claim victory before we hit the finish line. You understand? So it's looking good, looking hopeful. But I don't want to count chickens before eggs. The rest of how that goes. How are you today?
I think you are working too hard, is the problem.
You're always trying to get me away to go do something that is less productive, and I told you I've got claw, must have fang, fang, I must have claw. It is part of the motif. Look,
Dresser, that is because you don't do anything else. You are here all day. You don't have a life outside of here, so I'm just trying to let you live a little.
What is outside of here that is so great? I've got metal, I've got hammer, I've got
There's a lot of things. There's drinking,
okay,
fishing.
Oh, that is fair. I don't have that here.
You could go fishing. You could walk and see the mountains. You could do a lot of things.
Roy the fisherman, he's not too far away from here. If I want fish, I go to him. I say, get me fish. He's already fish, so I just go to him. And then when he needs sword, he comes to me. It is part of community. And as for drink, as you can see, and there are a bunch of empty wine bottles in the corner, I have plenty of drink, and you are here. So I've got everything that I need, huh?
For those of you that remember Vala from last season, there was a moment in time where Bree allowed Noir to re-roll to see if Vala could drink again.
He could not.
He could not, but here
Well, I rolled a new character because he wanted to drink.
rolled a new character because he could not
Called
drink.
it. I said it. It came up in the first scene.
I'm gonna apologize. I am not gonna apologize.
It came up in the first
I'ma
scene.
be me, baby. I'ma be me, baby. I can't change it.
I literally hear Tenny and Rox in the background losing it right now. They are cackling. Oh my god. Okay.
This is so fun to join.
It's funny because they're actually being quieter than what was first season. So like this is impressive.
This is the best behavior. This is the high watermark. Understood.
This is as good as it's gonna get.
Literally.
It's only
These are the
going
intros.
downhill
It'll get
from
worse.
here.
It literally
Well,
is.
perfect. I'm a wheelchair
Only
user.
going down.
Downhill is good. It's zoom. It's fast. It's lovely.
The intros.
Not the slopes. Oh my god.
Oh,
Slalom.
when you say it like that, I'm expecting like to hit a ramp and do tricks. That's awesome.
Right?
Show you some videos at the break.
Really? I was about to ask if that's an actual thing because I want to see that. But anyway,
Yes.
Do you drift race?
I've done a little bit of WCMX, but it wasn't my primary sport. Mostly murder ball and Paralympic swimming. We'll talk about it later.
oh hell yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
So she looks over at the bottles of wine and she's like, would you like to walk me home?
See, the thing is, I know that this is not a
Dressel,
question,
it is a yes or no question.
but it is not a yes or no question.
It is a yes or no question.
There is no world in which I say no and everything is okay. So I am going to say yes because I am a smart man. Person.
You can,
I'm getting better. This is a learning experience. I apologize.
It is. No, it is. And all that matters is that you're correcting yourself. So, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
He was going to offer his hand, and are we going to go? There.
Sure. She slowly like puts her hand in yours, not expecting that. And you two walk out of basically like this work area. And you go ahead.
He was gonna do one thing. Because as soon as her hand is in theirs, he's going to shift back into a mortal. Shift back into his. They're going to shift back into their. I'm really trying to get good at this because this is important. They're going to shift back into their non-shifted form, so the ears are going to retract back to normal, human-looking ears, and the clawed, like elongated claws are going to go back into a regular hand.
Okay.
Doesn't that feel weird?
She kind of gives like a grin and she says, I kind of like the ears.
I am not a puppy.
But sometimes you are.
Let's go.
So you all start walking. And there's kind of a silence between you two. It's sort of awkward because have you ever like held her hand before? Like, has it progressed anywhere?
This was like partially because of the high of getting the sword right, along with the fact that some of those empty bottles are fresh, so they're on like a success buzz, and it's just like, you know what, I'm feeling like, I don't know how y'all are buzzed, but I'm like a cuddly buzz person, like give me hugs, hold my hand kind of buzzed, and that's where he's at. They're at. Bah, get in there.
It's okay.
That's gonna be the whole season. I apologize. I hope I'm not pissing anybody off.
Yeah. You're good. So, she sort of squeezes their hand, and it's like, I was wondering if I could talk to you about something.
I think I hear a serious tone in your voice.
More or less, yeah. So, you know Asta to be a very spiritual person. She's very in tune with otherworldly things. And she takes a deep breath and she says, the gods have been giving me visions lately. And I know actually, as DM, how does Dressel feel about spiritual stuff?
They feel a connection with the wild. They consider the shifting to be a blessing from nature. Like as though they were chosen by this wolf spirit that they have in them. So, not so much the gods per se, but they consider people that call gods are just, you say tomato, I say tomato, so your gods are my spirits. And so, so he if somebody says gods, they'll translate it to spirits and just kind of go along with the conversation.
Okay, cool. So she continues, the ghosts have been giving me visions lately, and I don't know who else to talk to about it. It's just a darkness that I can't shake. And I don't know how to get rid of it. Like something is in the air, or something is moving,
Well, if there is darkness, then all we need is a little bit of light. And he's going to cast dancing light and have them kind of dance around her.
That's cute as hell. That's cute as hell. I don't know if I ever told you about my gift. I received it from when I was little, and it was stolen from me. Could you roll a history check for me?
Yes, I can. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, it does make sense. Wow. Drestel's powerful, dumb. That's a 5. I have Jack of all trades and my history is still 0.
Who is Asta? Who are you holding hands with?
What's
Don't
our
know.
history? I don't know.
So all you remember is, because you were probably focused on other things, all you remember Asta speaking about is that she is a descendant from very, very, very powerful royalty that is in Agnar. And that's all you know. That's all you remember. And she takes a moment and she's like, it was a necklace with a gem from my mother in it. And it was stolen. And I could have prevented it, but I didn't. And so, because of the thief that stole it, the protection of Andor has dropped. And I don't know what to do.
Well, if I might say something,
Of course.
someone stole from you. It is not for you to judge yourself if you could prevent it or not. That is not fair. No one should steal from you. So take that burden away. That is not for you to carry. And if someone stole from you and it is cost the place its protection, I've recently acquired a very nice blade. And he's gonna look, and as long as they're kind of secluded, the ears are gonna go back up, and the tail is going to emerge. I am pretty good at hunting, so we will get your own gift back. We will add, in the lights keep dancing, we will add light to this darkness that comes for you. And then I will go back and I will make blades and I will get fish from Roy at the fish market.
I want to ask you something, but you can say no if you want to.
I am a smart person. And I know that saying no to you is not wise. So, ask.
If I give you the place of where it is, would you go get it for me? I would, but you know I have my sister.
He just is kind of looking at the lights and he smiles. You already should know that the answer was yes the moment you asked.
Okay, but I still wanted to ask.
Then I suppose I will do the extra work of saying yes. You've got perfect timing. I mean, really, the balance on this is amazing. he pulls out the blade.
You are a good man, Jester.
Almost.
No, you are.
The tail wax. I am a good person.
I love him so much. He's a big puppy. I'm sorry. Okay. So she she kind of moves in as if it's going to happen. And these dancing lights sort of get closer to the both of you. But then she moves to the side.
Yeah, he immediately freaks out. I feel like it's one of those things where they're both like, oh, is this the cue? I didn't know what happens next.
It don't take a word, not a single word. You gotta kiss the girl. Wow, wow, wow. Sha-na-na-na-na-na, don't be shy.
So she moves close to their cheek and she kisses it before backing away.
Tail immediately wags.
So there's there is a ship leaving tonight to go where?
You sent me away so quickly.
I know. But it's leaving soon. So it's pretty big. So you shouldn't be able to miss it. Just be safe, okay?
I will be safe. You know that there is nothing that can survive the ill sight of my blade. So just count on that. We will have your necklace in this Andor will be safe. I'll make friends and have an adventure.
Good night, Drestel. I'll see you when you get back.
Good night, Asta. I will return successful.
And she turns around and she continues walking to the path of where she lives.
Just closes the door and just kind of puts his hand on it and goes, "You blew it again, Drestel."
They, by the way.
Hey, yeah, there you go. Thank you. Caught it. I caught the one I missed.
No, trust me, I'm missing it too, so I understand.
We're getting better.
We're getting there. So, Drestel, you are standing there, your heart's racing. You're like, oh, this is a good night. This is a good night. And
it's a land like 2 seconds after he like falls back and lands on the carpet and then gets kidnapped. Anyway, I was talking about Aladdin, wasn't I? Did I miss one? Yeah, I missed it. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
They.
So you suddenly remember. You're like, oh, I have to go to the docks. Yeah. So you kind of gather yourself and you walk out into Andor.
Just takes all the outfits. Just all the outfits.
All of them. So back to Jean, Magnus, Lottie, Oswin, and Revna. All of you have finally made it to the docks, and there are a few ships there already kind of in port, and people are coming to and from them. And Lottie looks at all of you and she says, oh, well, this is where I'm going to leave you all. I wish I could stay, but Agnar calls. So please be safe and bring her back.
Try.
Ragnar will go up to Lottie and just kind of clasp arms with her. Like
the brotherhood kind of thing?
Yes, like the brotherhood. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
She absolutely does it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
You be safe as well.
I'll try. She gives a nod to John. You take care of yourself.
I will.
And then she goes up to Magnus and immediately pulls him into a hug. And he just slowly but surely hugs her back. And it's held there for a moment. And then she kind of pulls away and doesn't really say much to him. And she turns, and you all watch her walk away. Now, as she does, you see these two other people kind of walk to the general area of where you all are standing, but they're kind of distant because they're like, are we supposed to be here? Where are we supposed to be? And you kind of take notice. Solvi, do you want to describe what you look like to them?
Solvi is wearing a very warm cloak. The cloak someone who is always cold wears. It's light, and they're made of furs and hides, like most of what they're wearing, except over the shoulders, which are covered in some kind of white feathers. They have a staff across their back with a sort of caduceus staff shape near the top, and buckled to their left arm is a couple of bands and a cross piece that seems like it's the sort of thing one can hook a shield into if one doesn't have a left hand. They have long hair that seems bleached of color, and when they turn around, you can see that is all of them. They look like they were a half-elf once. What they are now, who really knows, but it's just starting to fall this side into the uncanny valley. They're skeletal, not healthy. They have actually a bit of color in this moment at the tips of their ears and on their cheeks and the tip of their nose, like if you have been cold for a very long time and finally getting a bit of circulation back if you were perhaps a little alive. And their eyes look like the irises themselves are that milked over color of what comes after. But that's just their eyes. They're looking around with all of the energy of someone who has never been in an international airport before, attempting to correctly complete a flight.
I hate how specific that is, but it's so relatable though. And Drestel, do you want to describe to these folks how they look?
So Drestel right now is in their human form. Hair slicked back. It's long brown hair that's free flowing. There is one big braid that lies in the middle of it. Right now they're wearing round glasses. They have a big hardy beard. It's like somebody's wearing, my first adventure get up, like your classic dark leather coat, a side cape, two long swords on their side, the really hardy boots that are ready for work. And even though it's all utilitarian, there is still a bit of fancy embroidery about it. It's just like, somebody spent a little bit extra to put just a smattering of style on it. And they are also just they've got like this big cigar in their mouth, and they're just looking around.
So, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, and there's just a look of what did I get into?
So, Jean, Revna, and Oswin, you see these two in front of you, and they slowly but surely start to awkwardly walk towards you. And you all get that look on your faces of, I think all of us are supposed to be here, kind of thing.
Should we go meet them? Let's.
Should we really be trusting more people after everything that's happened?
I think after everything, we probably can't trust much, but at this point I think we've realized that we don't have any control over the weird circumstances that are happening, and I feel pulled to them. So we might as well just go with it, because I feel like it doesn't matter at this point.
It's probably around this point that Drestel is enthusiastically waving at this group of people that's kind of murmuring to each other, like looking in their breath. Hello! Hey! Hi! I see you looking at me, I'm looking back at you!
Let's go up to them! Okay, let's go!
And Magnus is just standing there like, oh my god.
Nobody
Hello
moves.
there!
Hi!
And who are you both?
Both. Oh, I didn't even see you there. Hello! It looks at Sophie.
Hello.
Oh, we did come together. I don't know this one, but it is lovely to meet you.
You could.
Well, I think I'm going to now.
I am
We have
sorry.
met. I am Dresden.
We have met.
It is official. There's no taking it back.
It cannot be taken back. Now who
And
are
now
you?
Oh yes, you. Who are you? We're looking at the crew.
May I make an insight check on Magnus very quickly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is Magnus, because they're chilling, just like,
Yep, taking it in.
okay.
Good. 14. Do I off that? He has a bit of a death to him.
He does.
Where did your death come from? When?
Are you asking the DM or are you asking
No.
Magnus?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Am I wrong? It was recent, but not recent. How is that?
I don't know. I mean, I feel my pulse. I have a beating heart.
One sometimes gets better. I will learn from you. I'm Selfie.
Magnus.
Good. What are your names?
Osmond kind of turns to Revnet. How did they know that?
I'm not really sure. I'm just kind of going with it at this point.
Like Drestel leads in, like almost too familiar, goes, I don't know either.
And Osmond just like slowly turns his head to look towards you.
So, as you all are flabbergasted, for lack of a better word, you suddenly hear a voice that comes over from the ship that you are standing by. Now, you all can make perception checks to see what this ship looks like, or
14.
okay.
24.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. That's the wrong one. That was persuasion. That's performance.
I'm going to let the boat know what it looks like.
All right, there we go. I got a 19.
17.
11.
Mm-hmm. And Solvi, what'd you get?
14.
14? Okay. So you all look up and you see this boat. This boat is a ginormous warship. Probably one of the biggest that you've seen in your lifetimes. It's probably 80 to 90 feet long. Many oars are coming out of the sides of it, and there is this beautiful structure of
Beautiful structure.
a beautiful
I can't stand you.
Andors.
a beautiful structure of a raven coming up from one of the ends of it. On both ends, actually. And on the side of it, you see in the ancient language of Andor that looks like glyphs, but you all read it as the redemption. And at the top of this ramp, you hear
I'm not muted.
you hear hello and welcome to the redemption. I'll be your captain. And then suddenly this person stops and he removes his hood.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
To reveal red curly hair. And he looks down at all of you and he's like, Revna?
Oh no.
And that's where we're gonna take our 10-minute break. So go ahead, get up.
Is this the man that you trusted?
The damn man!
You never trust a man.
The man that she SMS texted with Flask. Yes.
SMS texted.
Flask
took
on
a
the
letter. Flask took a letter detailing. Hey,
I'm gonna
Redemption, are you
walk
okay?
around the ship looking for Flask. I need you to know that.
Oh, she's gonna look for Flask.
Where's the bird?
Where is he?
Took him.
So yeah, go ahead, take your 10-minute break. We will be back with more shenanigans.
Woo!
we're back with the second half of the season opening, of the beginning, of the genesis, of the first session of Andor. I hope everyone had a wonderful 10-minute break. A lot happened in the first half, and our friends have found themselves about to board the Redemption. So, let's get back to it. So you all are standing at the bottom of this ramp, and you see this person that has clearly recognized Revna. Now, Revna, have you ever spoken about Callum to them? Like, at all? Because I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think she explained that she was part of a ship, like she was part of the Redemption, for like her whole life, kind of thing. So like everyone knows that she has lived her life on a ship, kind of thing.
Oswin and Jean, were you there when Flask sent that letter off? Like, were you there for that moment? I want to say no. I want to say yes, maybe. It's okay if you don't remember. Oh, you're muted.
I don't believe so for me. I think at that point I had already gone under the... No, I think what happened, if I remember correctly, we were inside the ship, and then they had stepped out and then came back down looking for a place to sleep, but I never went out, so I know I would be outside the conversation.
And Oswing, you said you think so?
Probably not. Honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah,
so I'll just say
and it's not a big deal. Okay, so he clearly recognizes you, Revna, and of course it is Callum. Now, if you choose to talk about Callum later, that I'm going to leave that discretion up to you. But he's kind of just flabbergasted. We are going to be using that word a lot for what's about to happen. So he's standing at the top of the ramp.
She'll kind of walk closer up the ramp, closer to like close the space in between them to make sure that he's him. And when I'm assuming he's him. When she figures that out, she is flabbergasted. She's but she's also very happy to see him. Everyone
has to use the word flabbergasted once for the second half. Anyway, continue.
Love it. She would probably attempt to hug him. She's happy to see him.
He would immediately hug you back. And so Oswin, Jean, Drestel, and Solvi, you see Revna hugging the stranger. And you're like, oh, what the fuck?
Is that your new crew?
She'll pull back, and she's still kind of making eye contact with Callum because she's
and
like,
Callum looks at them. You didn't tell them?
Not exactly.
He looks past you. He's like, hi, not sure if Revna has mentioned me. I'm kind of her partner.
Heard nothing about you.
My name's Callum. I am the captain of the Redemption, the ship that Revna used to be pirate on. Does it ring a bell with anyone? Anyone at all?
I've explained to them about the Redemption. We didn't
this all going this awkwardly really tracks. Let's just get on the ship and we can talk there while we're in motion. And then Jean's just gonna walk forward onto the ship.
Where's Atticus?
Addie, I need to talk to you about that.
Okay.
We'll talk. But everyone, just go ahead and come on to the ship. Come on to the ship. It's not much, but this is the best we could do to accommodate all of you, because I was told that you have been sent to help us retrieve some goods, right? No, I'm getting confusion. Okay.
There's a lot to fill you in on. This. Are we on the ship? Let's just get on the ship. Let's.
No, y'all are on the upper deck right now.
Okay.
So I think all of us should talk, but before that, I need to take care of some things. And he looks up and he's like, Delta, and everyone looks up and you see this pirate kind of up in the crow's nest. And she has this very long telescope and she's looking out into the night with it. And she kind of pushes it back in and she puts it in her pocket. She's like, I'm coming down. And so she grabs a rope and she kind of just valiantly just spirals around this post until she lands. And Delta is, if I could aspire to be a person, it would be Delta, because she's plus size goodness. Her hair is very curly and she has on this hat that's kind of tilted to the side. And she looks at all of you and she's like, what have you got here, Callum? And Callum's like, you kind of need to show them around. I told you I was going to take care of that thing earlier. The thing. Earlier. And she looks at Callum and she's like, all right, go ahead. And Callum walks off and Delta is standing there. She's probably 5'10", 5'11". She's looking at all of you. She's like, so, why do you find yourselves on the Redemption?
Because this is where Revna's partner is that we didn't know about.
Oh, Callum? She failed to mention Callum.
We haven't had a lot of time to talk, Delta. Don't take that.
It is good to see you, Revna. It really is.
She'll bring her in for a hug.
Mm-hmm. And she'll hug her back. God, you still smell like birds. Why do you smell like birds?
Thank you, Delta. I missed your subtlety.
And she pulls away. So, I guess I'm supposed to be giving you the tour, but first, I guess I should ask the question that is kind of lingering in the air. Why are you all here?
Because Revna's partner told us to get on the ship.
That much is evident, but there must be a reason before getting on the ship, and that's what I'm asking.
It's kind of a long story. We're looking for something.
That's very vague.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm searching for the soul of my soul.
You're looking for the soul of your soul, and she reaches in her breast pocket and she pulls out a pipe.
She looked in her pocket dimensions already.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't there.
That sounds like a big problem. And I hope we can help.
Me too.
It's good to have you here. You, the small but mighty one, and she points at Oswin. Why are you here?
Honestly, I don't know why. So I guess we'll find out.
That's a good enough answer. Thank you for being honest.
You're welcome.
You! And she kind of looks up at Drestel. Why are you here?
Oh, okay. So I was at my forge. I was making a sword, and it went really well. And then a friend of mine came, and we were hanging out. It was a really good night. It was the night sky was beautiful, and then we had a really meaningful conversation. And then
she starts beating the pipe on her hand.
In a moment of true intimacy and friendship,
she takes out a pen in her breast pocket and starts cleaning it.
I was asked to do a favor for her, and so the favor involves me finding a lost necklace. So I told her I would do that no problem. So then she tells me that I need to go on a boat. And I believe this is the boat. And then when I go to the boat, I see all these people here, and they're so lovely, and they're really interesting. They're nice. Salvi
you
is.
You can see Delta. She starts to disassociate. Just
Salvi and me, we officially met, and then we met these ones together. I haven't really quite got them there because I'm from what I've gathered, just based on context clues, I believe you're captain, and this one were at some point involved in a little bit of a twist.
I think they are still. Yes.
Right. And this one here, and he points to Oswin. I think on some level, this one is upset that their friend did not tell them about the twist, and they're making it out passive aggressively a little bit. But I think at some point they're gonna have a conversation, and the relationship will be stronger for it. This one, if he points to Sean, this one has been really quiet, so I think that they have been observing things the way that I have. I can't wait to have a conversation and meet them all. But that's essentially what I'm doing here. Yes.
Detailed. I like it. Now you. She points at John. What exactly are you doing here?
Would you believe carpentry? And he hefts the giant hammer behind him for a second.
No.
Well, it was worth a shot. Looking for someone. Not my story to tell. But I'm hired muscle.
You seem like the quiet, wounded type. The one that usually broods in a corner, doesn't say much.
Oh no, I'm not brooding, just, again, not my details to give. Be rude.
Okay. And she turns to Magnus, and she's like, Magnus? And they bro hug. And Delta's like, I haven't seen you in years. How have you been? And Magnus is like, I didn't even know that the redemption was still intact. And Delta's like, of course it is. Well, it's good to see you. I guess I should ask, why are you here? And Magnus takes a minute, and he's like, to find Calliope. That's why I'm here. And Delta's energy kind of draws in a little bit. I see. She lost? Yes. Okay, so let's take that tour. If you have any questions, let me know. Just go ahead and raise your hands, and then I will try my best to call on all of you. Follow me! And she starts going up along the upper deck of everything. And just walking on this ship, you see how big it is. And the sails are literally towering over all of you. Revna, you don't really necessarily remember it being this large of a ship. In fact, you know for a fact that it has probably gotten bigger since the last time you were on the Redemption.
How long have I gone? How long has passed since the beginning of this? We don't know. Okay.
Yes. How much time has passed? Yes. So you look around, Revna, and you see all of your crewmates, and like they all like wave at you, and they're like,
All of them?
yeah.
Is
all
her
of
brother
them.
there?
I'm not going to act out all of them, but
That's fine, but is her brother there?
and so you all continue. You all continue walking until she takes you down to the lower deck. And she's like, as amongst all Viking ships, this is where the quarters are. I'm pretty sure you all know that at this point.
I did not know that.
I also did not.
Okay.
So everyone except those two probably knew. This is where you will be sleeping. The voyage to where we are going is very, very long.
How long is long?
Probably about a day and a half. Maybe more, depending on if we decide to stop in some ports on the way. But this is where you will be sleeping. If you need anything at all, please do not hesitate to come and find me or go find Callum wherever he may be. He may be canoodling with Revna later. Who knows? He'll be with us.
Oh, that's it. I'm sorry.
Oh.
So, I guess since you all told yourselves about me, well, first, are there any questions?
Yes.
Comments, concerns? Yes.
Do we have any guarantee that when we get to our destination, the ship won't disappear on us?
I'm pretty sure it won't. And I can guarantee that. I can't say why I can guarantee that, but I can guarantee that.
Do we have any guarantee that Revna's partner is not evil and a spy for Valravan?
The last time I checked, Cal was pretty level-headed. So I'd say he's fine.
So no guarantee at all.
There is a guarantee, I promise.
John's gonna nudge Oswin and say, not for nothing, but you know that usually if you ask someone, are you evil, they don't say yes, right?
It was worth the try.
Fair.
That's all the questions I have.
Thank you. Who else has any questions, comments, concerns? Here to answer anything. Anything at all. Revna, I'm sure you're swimming with questions. Oh, yes. What's your name again?
Drestel Mace.
Drestel. Okay. What's up?
Is there any place for any sort of blacksmithing anywhere I can work on just something to do with my hands? I can sharpen your weapons or something.
Okay. You can do that. I can lead you to the armory if that's what you want to do.
I would love to do that, please.
Perfect. Amazing.
Okay.
Yes. All right. Anyone else?
May we go up to that high place that you were, the crow's nest?
The crow's nest. Oh, there isn't enough room for all of us, but I mean, I could take you up there if you'd like, individually.
I would like to go up there with you. Yes.
Of course.
Very high up.
Of course. Yes. So, basically, her and Solvi, they go to the upper deck, and you and the rest of you are kind of left down in the lower deck. After Delta takes Solvi up there, she's going to show Drestel where the armory is, but the three of you, Jean, Oswin, and Revna, you all are in the lower deck. And while you all are down there, Callum comes down. He's like, oh, sorry about that. Everyone looks. Are you all okay?
How long have you and Revna been together?
It depends on which day you ask. I'm gonna say ballpark probably 3-4 years, maybe.
That'd be about right.
Also, forgot to say that note that you sent with the owl, the big white owl.
Flask.
Flask. Oh, that's a cute name. I appreciated it.
I'm glad you're okay. This is a lot. I wasn't sure if I'm glad you're all okay.
Yeah, me too.
Seems you've forgotten how to respond to a letter, but
well, Revna, when you have to man an entire ship by yourself, you don't have time to write love letters.
you're telling me this as if I don't understand.
I mean, it's been a while.
Do we need to leave and give y'all two a moment?
Oh my god. She'll ask, how long has it been?
Okay. So in Andor time, it's been a few months, but in this Valravan Warpy time, it's been a couple of years.
So, like, I haven't seen him for a couple of years, essentially. Or...
And it's strange because none of you have really aged that much. So it's almost like you're still stuck in the timeline of Andor, but you're traveling through the timeline of Valravan, if that makes any sense at all.
Okay. I have a lot of questions when we can talk, but
We're gonna leave now, and I'm just gonna walk away.
John's also going.
And
God.
Magnus is gonna kind of follow them, just yep. So before we go into that conversation, let's go up to Delta and Sylvie. So Delta sees your arm and she helps you up the sail until you all get into the crow's nest. And with how tall this is, it almost goes into the clouds, but it's not there yet. And the clouds are hanging low right now amongst Andor. And you all finally get up there, and she looks at you and she's like, well, this is the crow's nest. This is where I am most of the time.
Are there ever any crows?
Every now and then. Yeah. There's little mates that come here and,
What do you look for when you're up here?
Stars mostly, but unfortunately I can't see those because there's some gloom going on in the sky right now. So I just look for currents to see which way they're going, other ships, islands, things like that.
What are you looking for?
So we're the kind of ship that is a home to pirates, as you can see. We have an assignment to take from this domain and bring things back to Andor as soon as possible for the people of Scad. How much do you know about Valravan and his doings and things like that?
I was until recently just an acolyte of the Order of the White Raven. We're fairly secluded until we go out into the world.
The White Raven?
Yes. Amulet. I serve. Do you know of them? I saw on the front of the ship.
I do. My mother was in the Order. But that's neither here nor there. So, considering that you are obviously in the Order of the White Raven, Valravn is the complete opposite. In fact, he abuses the concept of death. He's your worst nightmare. He takes lies and we're going to get goods from this domain, but there is a big chance that we might not make it back. But that is neither here nor there. I know that your order embraces death, so maybe we could work something out.
To be in the Order, I think, is to work something out with death.
But basically, we steal from the people that have taken from us, that have taken from the people of Andor, and we give back to where it's needed.
This Valravn, could he take a soul?
Yes. He took my mother's, so I know it all too well.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Common, it doesn't have a good distinction, like Kori. Between I apologize and I regret to have heard.
But we're going there because a friend of ours has been taken. Revna's brother, Atticus. And it seems as if the group that's with you has a common goal of taking something off of that domain in one piece.
Then we are all pirates.
We're all pirates.
Are.
I mean, if you want to be a pirate, by all means, there's hats down in the lower deck to take.
This is what it means. Thank you. Yes.
Of course.
Okay.
But I will be up here, and you are more than welcome to stay for as long as you'd like.
I like the wind. It almost makes me feel alive. Yes, let's be here for a while.
And in your head, you hear, Solvi!
It's okay.
It's really cold, and you're really high up. I don't like heights.
Okay. Okay.
But if it makes you happy, I can hold on to something.
We'll hold on to the ground. Delta, I'm sorry, I think perhaps too much. Another time, maybe.
Okay. Whatever you need.
Let's get you to the ground, darling. The nice deck, You can see the waves in the water. Maybe we'll see fishes.
Do you think I need to come out and introduce myself?
It's always polite. We should get to know them a little bit.
And Delta's just like, you know, on the Redemption, we don't judge. So, who are you talking to? Who are you having conversations with?
My soul.
Oh, your dream being.
You know, yes.
Yeah.
Her name is Quail.
That's cute.
She is. She is worth going into that land and fighting Valravan and taking back what is stolen.
Most of the time they are.
But she does not like the wind and the heights.
That's why. Okay. Well, we can go back down if you'd like.
If I can run down this rope, and I'll just twist it around my arm real quick. I think I've got it.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll rappel down a rope like...
Delta and Solvi make their way back down to the upper deck, and Oswin, Jean, and Magnus, you all are kind of walking in the lower deck, kind of sussing out the space in the area where everything is. And Magnus looks over to Jean. I want to apologize for earlier.
You don't have to.
No, I need to, because you protected my daughter while I wasn't there. And for that, I thank you.
Yeah, well, you can thank me when we find her. Until then, my promise still isn't kept.
Can you make a wisdom save for me?
$18 plus 5, 23.
Still holding strong. Okay. Your father. Is he gone?
Yeah.
And Magnus knows of your father because of the assignments that he has had to run for the guard. And I'm assuming Valravan.
He just got sick. Yeah. Took over him. He fought it, but it won the fight. Life
I understand.
Is as it is.
I understand. Well, I'm pretty sure you've heard this multiple times, but he is a good man. As are you.
So I keep hearing.
You seem as if something has been wrong. Do you want to talk about it?
I had it under control. I don't know how that unraveled. But I had it under control. And I'm just worried about it happening again. So, trying to stay focused.
What is to blame for what happened? Valravan, right? Not yourself.
As far as I'm aware, but what if it is me? I'm a thing
Have
that
you-
shouldn't exist. Eventually you start to question things.
Have you gone at our throats in the past 2 hours?
No.
Have you gone at anyone else's throats on the upper deck?
No.
Did you put Calliope in danger? Aside from Valravan's doing, mind you.
No.
Then don't make yourself heavier with that burden. We all trust you.
I'll work on it.
Good. If not for anyone else's sake or yours, do it for Calliope.
That's a low blow and you know it.
So, Delta comes down into the lower deck, and as she does, she and Solvi are talking just amongst themselves, and she doesn't watch where she's going, and she runs into Oswin, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's
That's
fine.
you." And she kind of looks down. She's like, "Oh my God, did I hurt you?
No.
Are you
No.
okay?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes.
Did I step on
weren't-
your feet or anything
No.
like that?
No.
Nothing.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You are terribly cute. You know that?
And so are you.
Oh. Thank you. Why have you been so quiet? Forgot you were there for a second.
Because I just don't want to be here right now.
I'm gonna roll. Can I roll an insight on Oswin?
Yeah.
Dirty 20. What's wrong with him?
Well, that is a loaded question.
Okay, so let's put it this way. As much as you would like to be in player knowledge Rolodex, what's going on with Oswin? Because I've kind of noticed this shift in personality with him, and I'm curious.
Oswin he didn't trust the group to begin with. So the fact that they are doing something that is very deja vu to what they just went through, he feels is just another way to get himself killed potentially. As much as he cares about Calliope, he feels that everyone here has gone through loss, as is himself. So he feels, as they all watch the little girl go away, that she is gone and we're putting ourselves in danger for nothing.
Okay. So he's kind of feeling hopelessness, basically.
Yes, but he's going to go along with it because he's nice. Kindness.
Since I'm in that scene, may I roll in just very quickly, because Salvi is trying to get baseline of all of these brand new people, and Well, not everybody is quite as transparent as Drestel.
Go for it.
That's 22.
Yeah. So when you look at Oswin, you just feel this overbearing sadness and this wonderful spirit that he has is still strong, and you could tell that he used to have strength, but it's all kind of depleted. He's kind of matching the energy that Andor was giving before you all left. Just this very lifelessness, this very lifeless version of himself. With Jean, you feel an immense weight on your chest, and the guilt that's there is clouding a lot of what he deems as logical. It's very disarraying. It's very heavy. You feel as if you almost can't breathe. Drestel is happy-go-lucky Drestel. They are more focused on the weaponry and the armory and getting there. They have that spirit of optimism. They have that energy that everyone needs. It's kind of a breath of fresh air. And then with Revna, you feel confusion, you feel a frenzy, you feel kind of like a bomb just ready to explode, because there's just so much building up inside of her. Unanswered questions, doubts, and now that you have the knowledge of her brother being taken, that's something that kind of comes into play too, because you feel a sense of worry with her as well. So.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness.
And so Delta looks at Drestel. Are you ready for the armory?
Yes. I would very much like to get my hands on some metal and bend it to my will. Yes.
Okay. What exactly do you specialize in, if I can ask?
Weaponry, really? Mainly long swords, short swords, rapiers. I have experimented with scale mail, but it is not the.
It's not the funnest. It's not.
It's more tedious than anything.
It's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass.
Really, forging and shaping the scales is one thing, but then putting it together is a whole project. And I really, so if you have any weapons that need to be sharpened, any basic maintenance, or if you have any raw materials, you don't need to worry so much about the furnace. I can handle that part. But as for the bending and shaping, I would love to get my hands on it. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Well, now that we're all here and gathered, I guess I should tell you where we're going, because that's kind of important. So she kind of makes all of you come closer. So there's this place called the... It's a bit cheesy, mind you. It's called the Domain of Darkness. That's where we're going. Now, that seems to be a common theme of what's been going on lately, and I apologize for the redundant nature of Valravan, but here we are. There is a lord there, and his name is Ulrich, and he has been reigning over this domain for quite a while, actually. Comes and goes in darkness, and he's been said to walk amongst Andor in secret, mind you. which is how he's been able to take so much. The twist, though, is Valravn hasn't been felt or seen in a long time. And we think that's a good thing, but now we have Ulrich to worry about. Can you all make a perception check for me? Actually, no. I lied. A wisdom save.
18.
Or?
14.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Right.
What'd you say, Oswald?
15.
Okay.
24?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tenny got a 3.
Oh, am I there?
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was about to have an awkward conversation.
It's gonna happen in a minute. Be patient.
Oh, no, I just want to make sure. I thought I was like in the room. I thought I was in a different room. So what was it?
No, you're good.
13.
Okay. And Dressel, what did you say?
Give me a second. I can pull up the note.
There you
I got it 18.
Okay. So all of you feel this dull pain in the side of your heads. And you can tell that Delta feels it too, because she winces. And she holds up a hand to all of you. She does this. And after a minute, you start to see these figures in the corners of the lower deck. And they look like the hooded figures that you saw in the tavern that were about to attack. That did attack, actually. And they're all just standing there. And you can see the whites of their eyes. You can tell that they're human, but that's all you can see. And you look down at their hands and their talons. And when you look closer, you can tell that these beings are quickly just twitching. Almost unrecognizable to the naked eye unless you get close. And you feel that pain, and as if it wants to grow, it wants to debilitate all of you, but it doesn't. You all ground yourselves, and you tell yourselves, because you've been through this multiple times, especially the three of you, it's not real. It's not real. And the feeling subsides, and Callum rushes from the upper deck down as soon as it stops. And he says, "Everyone, please go to the corner of the room. Be quiet. Don't make a sound." And he runs back up to the upper deck, and you hear him shouting. You hear Delta shouting, and you can hear the sides of the ship, things being pulled out of the sea as far as the anchors go and the oars. Everyone is rushing downstairs into the lower deck. And that's when you hear it. You hear this firecracker of a scream in the background of all of this chaos. And it starts high pitched, but then it goes lower into something that you've heard before. If you think back into the Isle of Raven, you remember the Guardian, the one that protected Valravn's domain.
Oh.
It sounds very similar to that. Dressel and Solvi, it's unknown to you. You've never heard something this unhuman before. And you become instantly terrified. Dressel, what were you about to say?
Oh no, I just recognized what it was.
Oh, yeah. So you all get into this corner, and slowly but surely, you all start to become packed into this corner. You see Delta quickly putting out these torches, and Callum looks to Rebna, and he's like, I promise you, we will talk later. But right now, I just need to make sure that the crew's safe.
Do you need any help?
Can you just check to see if everyone's here? As quietly as you can. And could you make a stealth roll for me?
Yeah. Oh, heck, 19.
Hey, so you slowly but surely, you start to weave and bob in between your crew members that are standing, hands on their weapons ready, and you see all of the faces that you used to see on the Redemption. Everyone's there, of course, except for your brother, but you still don't know where he is. There's almost like a space that's been made for him.
Gotcha.
Jean, roll a wisdom save with disadvantage.
Does John show any sign of struggling with anything?
Oh, just wait.
We'll tell you in a second.
Yeah.
Oh no, the reason I was asking is because I could help.
Okay, 10 plus 5, 15.
Oh boy.
Go. Dice roll. That's a 7 plus 5 is 12.
Please hold.
Boom.
It can never be well.
Where is it? There it is. Okay. As
You about to
all
have
of
some- Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
as all of these warm bodies start to pile in, the scent of all of the blood that is surrounding you gets into your nostrils, and you start to lose yourself in this lust that you feel for this blood. You suddenly hear the pulses of everyone around you. There's this pulse in everyone's neck that you can see that's visible only to you. And you see the blood running through veins. And you feel your fangs start to ache. You feel every part of your body in that inferno that you felt before, only it's heightened. And at any moment, you could break. If someone moved, or if someone moved in front of you, it would be over. And Drestel, can you make a perception roll for me?
Yes, I
I
can.
also make that as well.
Mm-hmm. Do it with disadvantage because there's a lot of people in
I
this
rolled
room.
a natural 20. 26.
Roll disadvantage.
I got a 13.
Okay.
22.
Okay. So the both of you see Jean, and he looks as if he is about to just ravage through everyone. You see it in his eyes, you see it in his face, you see his body just tensing up. And that same look that he had on the ship, you know it. Oswin, especially you.
Can I take any actions?
Can you roll another wisdom save for me?
You're pushing your luck.
I have an idea. It's stupid, but I have an idea.
I mean, if you...
Okay, 12 plus 5, 17.
I was going to say, if you just want to do the idea, you totally can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, basically, I need to snap myself out of this. I am undead.
Mm-hmm.
I am also able to turn undead. Is there any particular reason I could not use that to kind of push myself away and like shatter my senses for a moment against myself? I get that it's very weird.
So you want to
I want to turn
die.
myself.
You want to
turn undead won't kill me.
Well, no,
unless I choose to.
You know what I mean. You want to turn yourself into a
No. I am. My creature type is humanoid and undead. I'm both. What I'm saying is, because I qualify as undead, I'm gonna use turn undead, like channel divinity turn undead, like how you could drive back a group of undead.
Okay.
I have that ability as a paladin. Use it against my essentially, like, because notice I've been walking around with this. My thing is I've actually been like, as a focus, get maybe luck, whatever, but I've been having him like just walking around with his holy symbol in hand, doing it in the moment, taking what little wits he has and having him, instead of facing it outwards, literally have him blast it at himself. And like, we could deal with the repercussions later. I just want to not eat anyone.
Okay, roll.
I didn't say it was a good idea, but there are worse ideas at play that include eating people.
I guess I would say that's like an arcana? No.
Religion, most likely.
Would it be religion? Because I guess it's divinity, but
I don't think you can turn yourself though.
Hold on, let me see. Can you turn?
That's why I'm like, what?
Let me see if this has been asked before.
I don't know about Paladinos, so I can't tell you.
I actually have the one of the rulings up here.
That could be discretion too.
But it's DM's discretion all the way down. So this is however you would. I was just like,
I'm gonna get my big boy.
No matter what you choose, though, Drestel will be heading towards you.
Oh yeah, Osmond's doing the same thing.
Okay, cool.
It's gonna do something.
Okay, if I get below a 10, I don't let you do it. If I get above a 10, I'll let you do it.
That's fine.
Leave it to the fates. Let's go, baby.
What'd you get, 10?
You run away from yourself. You're about to jump in the water that we're all supposed to be quiet of.
Ooh.
Nat 20. Got lem.
I got him. Actually, no. Here's how we're gonna do it. Let's do a roll off. Let's go. Flat D20.
Okay.
Wait, who's rolling? Oh, you. Okay.
Yep. All right, and go.
Big fat 6, folks. Nailed this one.
And I got a 7. So.
Wow.
So no, that's not gonna work. Okay.
It's not gonna work.
Okay.
I
Probably shouldn't work if we're gonna be honest.
I just like Drestel to come over and put his hand on your shoulder and go, be calm, brother. And that'll be my bardic inspiration to you.
To what? What are you inspiring?
The next time you have to make.
Do you want me to be more accurate?
The next time you have to make a save to resist against this, you get
Okay, the save. I was like, what is it going to be for my attack roll?
Are you complaining about bardic inspiration?
No, yes, right? Because I was thinking it was for an attack roll, so I was like, really appreciate it, fam. Critical hit, get extra blood. Like,
gotta think outside of the violence.
Don't sit here and talk to me about thinking outside the box when I just said I want to turn myself.
Think outside the violence.
That's non-violent. It is very specifically running away. Now, I also don't know how, again, it's probably great that that was a no, because I don't know how to determine running away from myself, unless it's like a cartoon, like the skeleton pops out and like runs. I don't know. Nothing makes sense right now.
So Oswin and Drestel, how do you want to hold him back?
Wait, Bree, how crowded is the room?
It's pretty crowded. There's probably like 70 people down
I'd say
there.
11 people.
Okay. I'll run past Drestel and I'll be like, hold him, and I'll take a rope from my little bag and I'll attempt to tie him up.
So since I did roll a 17, am I at least self-aware enough to like give my arms out to help with? Okay, so yeah,
I'll give you that. Yeah,
okay.
I'll give you that.
And yeah, I'll tie him up.
So it seems like something's going terribly wrong with this man.
Yes. Yes. So. Oh, go ahead.
What do I see from your affect, Jean? Like what am I looking at if I look at your face?
Oh, gotcha. So if I have at least enough presence of mind that I'm doing this, so you're gonna see some concern on my face. I'm probably sweating. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with that. It was more a question of do Dampiers sweat, but yeah, it's hard. You're up against Alucard. Just impossible body standards. So yeah, he's looking concerned and just like you can note it if you're. I don't know if you want to roll for it or whatever. But
Passive
I'm
insight 17. So whatever you want to give me off that.
So yeah, you can, if you look, you can see that he is clenching the ever-loving hell out of his jaw, like he never wants to open his mouth again.
I think that might give me enough to cast Calm Emotions.
I'm fine with that.
On the thought that perhaps this will ease whatever it is in you that is so distressing you.
I'm not familiar with a lot of spellcasting stuff, so do you have to roll for that?
You can choose to fail if you want.
Yeah, there's a charisma save on Jean's end, but yeah, you can elect to fail.
Yeah, go hit me.
Cool.
Put some stank on it.
So I'm suppressing any effect that causes the target to be charmed or frightened, or making a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile toward. Effectively, I'm trying to see if I can wipe down the incipient frenzy thing.
Okay.
I'm getting a strange read off of this man.
Yeah.
But he should be calmer. And then maybe, hopefully that means he doesn't eat anyone.
Right.
So, when Solvi does
for not calmly devouring.
When Solvi
I mean, I could have turned you.
You could have turned him. You could have turned him.
You saw me going through, I try and turn myself. You know what?
I didn't. Did I know? Do I know?
Also, I could have turned you.
Listen,
I don't like not one of y'all.
So when Solvi casts this on you, you start to feel your body cool down just a little bit, and your concentration begins to come back. And it's enough for you to finally communicate with Rox and Drestel anything you want at this point before you go back into it, kind of.
I'm losing it. Gag in my mouth. Just gag in my mouth with something. Bandana, anything.
Okay. Do I have anything? I'll take some cloth out of my bag and I'll gag his mouth. And I'm going to warn you now. If you do happen to lose it,
just stab me.
I will put you down.
And now let's look, friend. I don't know in what particular spirit it is that is in you that ails you so, but I am familiar with having a monster inside, and there are times and places for monsters. You don't need to be destroyed because of what you have inside. You simply need to learn to find your balance.
The last time, him being out of balance almost got a child killed. And with all these people in here, I'm not willing to risk that.
I hear the word almost, and I hear the word last time. So that means the spirits have graced us with a second chance for you to learn and to become stronger.
That's great. And then he's going to look at Oswin and go, if I lose it, stab me.
I will.
All right, Revna, what are you doing?
Where's Revna?
I was counting. I was making sure everyone was there.
She's off
It's her man.
taking inventory or something. I don't know.
Oh, I was making sure. I was doing what I was told. I was.
What you get for trusting a man.
Instead of Yelf wins.
Not around when we need you.
Revna, what are you doing?
Wow, you're the Vala this season.
No, I was literally checking to make sure everyone's there.
From what I understand, them's fighting words.
Them's fighting words.
Honestly, damn. But no, if she were in the room, you know she would have been like right there, just like she was the last time. Where was Vala last time? Where was everyone last time?
I'm not Vala, I'm Drestel. Why you talking to me about Vala stuff?
Oh, man.
Shall I quote the great sage Janet Jackson? What have you done for me lately?
I inspire you.
So as all
That's the bardic inspiration.
So as all of this chaos is happening, after Callum told y'all to shut the hell up, obviously this is causing a ruckus in the back of everything. And you hear these heavy footsteps on the upper deck. Callum does this, and he tells all of you to crouch down. Jean, you give me a stealth roll to see how quiet you are.
Can I do something real quick?
Don't worry. Before you tell me I have disadvantage, don't worry. I already do.
Okay.
What are you saying?
Can I do something real quick before he has to do that?
Sure.
I would like to cast silence.
Perfect. Okay. So, everything in the lower deck becomes muted, and it's pure silence as you all hear these thudding footsteps. On the upper deck, and it stops at the top of the stairs, and you just see this looming shadow cast over all of you. And that is where we are going to end the first session of the second season of the Genesis, of the beginning of Andor Season 2.
Woo!
Thank you all so much for a fun-ass session. It's so much fun to be back in this world. And I had such a good time. What?
Can't say anything. I'm still gagged.
You did that to yourself. Listen.
No, I didn't. The little one did it.
You asked him to.
You
did.
You told him to.
Asked him to. Like, you literally asked him to. I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, that's because I had a genius idea and I was told nay.
Was Anyway, thank you all for watching tonight. We appreciate you so much. If you like what you saw, please go follow Roll Together RPG on Twitch and Twitter, and also subscribe on YouTube to get notifications about episodes that release on the channel. We play every Monday and Tuesday from 6 p.m. GMT BST to 10 a.m. So many time zones. 6 p.m. GMT, 10 a.m. PST. We also play. You can join us on Saturday from 6 p.m. GMT to
I believe in you.
10 a.m. Pacific time for Talk Together, our chat where we interview the players and the DMs and other TTRPG industry voices. All of our shows are streamed on twitch.tv /World Together RPG, and you can find all of our content archived on the YouTube channel at World Together RPG. There's also podcast versions of all the shows. Like I said in the beginning, if you don't like watching things on stream, that's totally fine. You can listen to our lovely voices as we stumble through the chaos that is Andor. A huge thank you to our D20 Club on Patreon. There will be a link below in the chat. Please join them. Every penny helps, and it makes it possible for us to do things like this. And also a big thanks to our sponsors, Hero Forge, Ultra Pro, and Elderwood Academy, and our supporters at D&D Beyond, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms, Warriors of Waterdeep, and Level Up Dice. And don't forget, we are on all social media as Roll Together RPG. So, with all of that being said, thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you on the next session of Andor. Bye.